Hello and welcome to the show tonight. Okay, I got a little poltergeist thing going on here. Tonight we are going to have so much fun. You're going to get the opportunity to look at yourself in relationship to your own energy, to your higher self, to source or God. Something that we have talked about a lot, about you listening to yourself. Pay attention. I'm sorry, my internet has been spotty for like the last 2 days since the snowpocalypse. But you're going to get a chance to look at your energy, actually paying attention to yourself. So we are going to flex our psychic muscles and discover, am I? So get a piece of paper, a pen, a pencil, color pencils, or some crayons as we explore ourselves psychically. Okay, and I'm back. So, as I've said on this show a lot of times about listening to yourself, paying attention to that voice inside. But one of the things that we can do is to look at how we interact with that information from a very visual and intuitive perspective. And it is something that you can use for yourself, not just to look at your intuitive information, but you can evaluate things like, how much permission am I giving myself? How neutral am I to this situation? How much effort am I putting out with relationship to an issue? Where's my amusement in relationship to an issue? And so you can use this setup to look at pretty much anything of you in relationship to X. And so today we're going to be assessing our relationship to our higher power, to source, to God, to that place that we've been talking about that sends us energy and information that we should listen to because it's psychic, intuitive vibe. So what I need for you to do is to take your piece of paper, and I'm kind of not really prepared today, but I want you to hold it in like the upright, vertical. Yeah, that would be horizontal. So vertical position. And at the top of your piece of paper, I want you to draw a circle. Okay. And you can put that circle anywhere. It could be middle, side, wherever it is feeling good for you. Okay. Now I want you, and this doesn't have to be perfect. This is not being graded. I'm not ever going to look at this. I'm not going to judge what you draw. But what I want you to do is to draw a rose. So the head of a rose, and have the stem come down. And the rose can be open. It can be closed. It can be a little rosebud. The petals can be falling off. Whatever it feels like to you, draw that rose. You know, it could be standing upright. It could be drooping. It doesn't matter. It is your rose. But once you have that in, and as you're drawing it, perhaps a color is coming into your mind, you know, because we don't think in black and white. We think in color. And so as you're doing that, you might say, oh, mine is a peach color, or, oh, mine is a rose color red, or that dark burgundy kind of red. You know, you don't have to have the color, but just make a mental note of that. And then draw in the stem. And then on the stem, if you notice any leaves, draw those leaves in. You know, there might be one, there might be two, there might be five. It really doesn't matter because, again, this is your rose. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of time to go ahead and do this. So this exercise is something that I learned at the Berkeley Psychic Institute. And it is also an exercise that if you're enjoying it and you would like to have more exercises or would like to be able to play around with this kind of information, you can go to Applied Energetics Institute. That's Applied Energetics Institute, and download the free Jumpstart Your Intuition guide, because this exercise is actually one of the exercises that are in that booklet. But there are other ones that kind of take you through some different things. But I don't know. I just felt like having some fun. And so we're going to have some fun. No, you're going to have some fun. And so